Hello. Yes. Well, this one is actually for a specific question. So if you have a specific question, I can answer it for you. But what I want to do is, but if you just want a general, that'll work too. It's up to you. Um, but what I want to do is kind of wait until I get a few more people before I start. But you can, if you have a question, you can go ahead and type it. So it's just one question. But if you have multiple, you can just send a donation. Okay. So I see your question, and since you were the first one here, I'll go ahead and answer yours first. But I want to wait until I get a few more people. And if you don't have time and have something to do, you can just watch the video when it's uploaded. I just tried to do this a few moments ago, but I got a visitor. My brother-in-law showed up at the door right when I tried to start, so I had to end that stream very quickly. I probably will get a few more people, but some people hop off and on. Um, just waiting till I could at least get maybe two more people. If you are new to the room, type down your question and I'll get to it when I can. So I guess I can go ahead and start since we have two people. Um, so I connect with spiritual guides and my angels, and my loved ones are guiding me as well, ones that are crossed over. So they'll be where I'll be getting my answers from. I do connect with cards, but I do not have to have them. I use them as a tool to help organize messages better and to just help give further clarification and confirmation to an answer that I may have already picked up on or given to you. So I'm going to start with Victoria, and she has asked, will Tayshawn and I have a relationship? If you would like more questions and more in-depth, send a donation of any amount. What I'm doing here is just giving a brief answer and possibly maybe some brief detail, just depends. Okay. So the first card, Victoria, you received is Don't Stop. And then you have Perfect Timing. And then Trust. Um, I pick up on a third party being influenced in this relationship, not necessarily that he's seeing somebody else or anything like that, but possibly somebody that's influencing his energy to pull back on you a little bit. Yes, you can. If you want a specific question, Mina, just type it down and I'll get to it. But I'm working with somebody at the moment. Um, so I feel like you will have a relationship and you can. The possibility is definitely strong and it's there. Now the cards do not show a third party, but I'm picking up on. It's okay. I'm picking up on a third party. He may not be seeing somebody, but it's definitely somebody kind of influencing um, his direction towards you. So if he does pull back, it's not because he doesn't want to be around you or want to deal with you. It's because of other people. But yeah, overall, I do get that you can and that you will have a relationship. You're just going to have to kind of trust it and not let other people overrule your connection, if that makes sense. Yeah, it could be. And by third party, it could very well mean not like him seeing somebody else, but like something with his parents. Maybe his parents aren't or didn't give him enough attention growing up. Things like that can cause people to push back on people that they really care about. So it's probably nothing personal. So Mina, I can only answer one specific question. For more clarity or more questions, consider booking a private with me or send a donation and I can give you more information. So I'm on Miss Lavendy next. Uh, you're welcome, Victoria. But yeah, it could be any of those things. I did feel anxiety with him. Um, I didn't feel bipolar, but that could be why I felt anxiety. I don't know if it's you or him, but I felt anxiety pretty heavily. Um, so Miss Lavendy, you had have you met your life partner? If you're still here, let me know because I want to do the questions for people who are in the room. Okay, that is my smoke alarm, and that'll probably be going off quite frequently during the stream. So I apologize. You're welcome. So Miss Lavendy, you're wanting to know. Let me look. Oh, have you met your life partner? Okay. Mm. So, Miss Lavendy, does a T name make any sense to you? Like, is it somebody close? It could be their first, middle, or last name. So, if you're new, just leave your question down and I'll get to it. Miss Lavendy. Does a T name make any sense to you? Thank you, Mina. If I am picking up on something, I'll ask a question. I just want to see if that makes any sense to you before I pull a card. She's probably having connection issues. Okay. That's fine. It could be coming up around your energy, but I feel a T name. And again, it could be first, middle, or last. Interesting. Okay. So, Miss Lavany, the first card you get is romance. And I do apologize if you cannot see what it says because I have a glare in here and I also have my light turned off. Opportunity and the yes card. So I do feel like you have already met the person and not necessarily that you are already with them. I do feel a connection from the past, whether it's your recent past or an ex from years ago. It's somebody that you do already know, and you'll have the opportunity to reconnect with them again. So it's definitely a reconciliation with somebody that you've already been with in the past. It could be your recent past or your past from ages ago. And I picked up a T name, first, middle, or last name. Um, if that's not within their name, it is somebody that they are affiliated with. So I hope that makes sense. For more clarity, do you consider booking a private with me or send a donation and I can do it here? So Mina Monroe, are you still here? Okay, so you wanted to know why you are suffering financially. I think I'll use a different deck for that. Um, yeah. Just gonna use. Actually, I think I'll use the numerology deck for that. So if you are new, leave your question and I'll try to get to it when I am done with Mina's. So it is one free question and a brief answer if you want more clarity and details and more questions. Do please send a donation or book a private. So Brianna Love, I will do you after Mina. If you want to see me do more live streams like this, I do try to do them as often as I can, but sometimes I'm not able to. But if you would like to see me do more, just leave me a like so that I know that you enjoyed it. You don't have to. So, Mina, why are you suffering financially? So, your first card, Mina, is card number 67, physical activity. Um, the first thing I get with you regarding finances is, do you have some pending, it could be health insurance, but do you have any medical bills? Because I get that with you strongly. Okay, well, I'm seeing that being your main reason. Yeah, I got when I saw physical activity on the card, and actually before I seen the card, I said I felt like you had some um, bills, medical bills, and that you were sick. I don't know what it was you had, but I did feel that you were sick. Um, okay. So you have number 14, moderation, also, Mina. And I'm feeling like there's something that you're doing a little too much that maybe you shouldn't be doing. And it could also be that maybe you're wearing yourself out physically. I mostly feel like it's these medical bills that are taking you overboard, because that's the very, very first thing I picked up on in your energy. Um, you're straining yourself, and it's a whole lot you're not supposed to be doing, and you're doing it. Um, you got to be careful as far as your finances go, whether they're going to get better or not. Number 87, synchronicity. Yeah, I do feel like they're going to get better, slowly but surely. Mm, I feel like in the next, with the number 87, I'm feeling like it'll be the next 7 to 8 weeks where you'll start noticing a more positive shift in your finances. Um, I can't get too much into your health because that's not within either of our best interests for me to go into. But yeah, I've picked up medical problems in mostly these bills with you, and I think you are letting them stress you out. So yeah, but yeah, I think it'll get better with this last card you have here. Um, it's just about working with the right people and possibly changing. If you don't already have insurance, or maybe it's pending, I would strongly urge that you reapply or go to a different facility. But yeah, I picked up medical very strongly in your energy. Yeah. I see things coming together. That's what that synchronicity card is about. So whatever it is, um, more so in with this medical stuff, it's going to get to where it's needing to be, but you're going to kind of have to stop stressing yourself out. Um, when we overthink stuff, that can create our outcomes. So I don't know what it is you love to do. You did say you're trying to be an artist, so just do something that you love. You probably hear that a lot, but I found some things that I like that helps me with my stress and my anxiety. I understand, trust me. I'm just about right there with you with both the health and the medical and the money. So I do understand. But yeah, it'll get better. So um I think it was Brianna Love I was doing next. If you'd like a reading from me someday, you can contact me here. And I'm on the My Tarot Advisor app. You can't miss me. My live chat rate is 2 credits per minute. Okay, so Brianna Love, please let me know that you are still here so I can look into your question. So everyone, please do be patient. Just jot your question down and I will get to it. Okay. I'd rather do it if you are still in the room. But I do understand if you have to go do something important, but I feel like connections are much more stronger when the person is in here. Okay, so hi, Julia. If you have a question, just leave it down and I'll get to it when I can. So, Brianna, you wanted me to look into a guy named Aaron and if he is serious about you. So, what I'm doing first before I pull cards, I like to use my own gifts and my own intuition. And you can also do that with cards, but I want to see what I pick up on first. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, okay. Brianna Love. I feel like you already know the answer to that question, but you are wanting further confirmation. And that's fine because you have the first one, Brianna Loves Ask Your Angels, and this comes up for mostly when a person already has the answer within them. They're just kind of afraid to kind of believe it for certain reasons. You also get compromise. So I do feel like he's kind of leaving you in the dark about some stuff, not intentionally, but it's kind of, I feel like it's a give and give thing for him. You know how there's give and take. I feel like for him is take more than giving, and that's probably why you're having doubts. So being assertive is about not letting someone push over your values and your boundaries. Kind of standing up for yourself in that area. So as far as him being serious about you, again, I feel you know the answer. And this answer kind of seems too good to be true to you. He's like doing certain things to make you feel more comfortable and to make it feel like, he's really into me. But you're scared to believe it because it's too good to be true. So you also get the yes card. So I do feel he's serious, but sometimes it's going to be hard for you to catch because he's going to say things. He's going to act a little bit different sometimes, and it's going to catch you off guard. And you're going to be like, well, I thought he was serious about me. I do feel like he is. It's just going to come across in a weird way sometimes. I feel like you think he is serious as well, but it's kind of like a too good to be true type of thing for you. But yeah, I do feel like he is serious. So, Julia Butterfly. So I'm going to need, but before Brianna Love leaves, I'm glad I caught you because I wanted to pull you one from here, but I ended up forgetting. So let me just pull you one more on that. But Julia Butterfly, I'm going to need his name in order to connect to that more accurately and stronger. And initial is fine as well. Okay. So right now I'm on Brianna Love still, but I will get you after I'm done with her. If you are new and have a question, just leave it down and I'll get to it. You're welcome. Okay. Ooh. There's not enough to keep this. Let me see why I got that before I show you that because I'm not picking that up. See. And I said one more, but I had to pull some more to get confirmation because this first card is not making any sense. So, Brianna Love, I'm going to tell you the cards that you've gotten and don't rush off because this first card is kind of going to probably make you jump and be like, but you just told me that you see him being serious. And I do, but let me explain why this showed up. Because these cards don't always mean what the messages say. They mean different things for different people. I'm going with what my guides say. So the first one is, so that may be why, and it's possible I'm picking up on another energy then, because this card did not make sense to me. Thank you for letting me know that, because this is probably why this card came up, and it is probably about you, the relationship that you're leaving. And yeah, I picked up on an X, but I didn't want to say anything. I second guess myself sometimes, so some stuff I just do not say. But yeah, I did pick up on that too. You received unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now you heard me say that I don't think this is about you and him, and it didn't make sense to me. And this is probably why. I don't get that this is about you and this guy that you are asking about now. That's why I had to pull more cards connected around it, because it did not make sense to me. So if this is about you and the guy, this is about your feelings and what you feel like it is. You're feeling like it's kind of, again, too good to be true, and it's coming across like his feelings aren't real for you. And this is what I feel like this is about for you. I'm glad that you confirmed that you are leaving a relationship and that you have an X, because now I know why this card is making sense, because it did not make sense around the guy that you're asking about. So you have engagement. Also, your love life is ascending to a higher level commitment. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a marriage or a proposal. This could literally just be about getting closer to somebody, again, getting to that level of commitment you are wanting. And I feel like that's about you and the guy that you're asking about. So, yeah. So you and him are going to get a bit closer. And then you have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And that's just about you living in the moment with this person, not expecting too much of him, but kind of just going along the ride. I feel like it's nothing much to worry about. Although I do kind of feel like you may need to step back your energy with him just a little bit because of all these other different energies. Because this came up, and like I said, it made absolutely no sense to me. I was like, why is this coming up? But then you explained that you were leaving someone. So that's what that was about. And it's okay to be cautious and have trust issues. Pay attention to those if they're really, really strong. But again, I don't really feel like there's much to worry about with him. This is just about you just having fun, and no, not like, not meaning you have to sleep with him or anything. Just like taking it one step at a time and living in the moment, not having high expectations. So be flirty and, talk and hang out, but I wouldn't take it 100% seriously. So that was it. If you would like a private read with me at some point, you can contact me at giftedsoul777 at gmail.com. So Julia Butterfly was next. I hope that made sense to you, Brianna. No problem. Now, with emails, I usually answer actually pretty much right away. It depends on if I'm logged in on my email account or not. But I do get to you as soon as I see your message, and I check my email every day. So like 100 times a day. So Julia Butterfly. You can also find me on my Tarot Advisor app. Now, if you're looking at my face, you will know exactly which one I am. So I really don't need to even say who I am on there. You'll find me, and my nickname will be under my real name. Okay, so Julia Butterfly. So you want to know why Sakis is around you, or why he's always coming around you, and what does he want from you? Hello, Knox. I'm just going to call you Knox, if that's okay. If you have a question and you're new, just leave your question down and I'll get to it when I can. It is a free specific question, but however, if you want more clarity, more details, send a donation or book a private with me. Okay. So Julia Butterfly, if you are still here, let me know. I'd rather just do the messages when the people are in here. The messages are very more clear when the person is in the room, because I can pick up on their energy. If you're not here, I might not pick up on you. Okay. So, Julia, are you thinking that this guy likes you, or is it like a creepy type of always being around you, or like when you turn your back, he's always there pretty much? So actually, I'm going to use a different one for that. Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. Sure. I'll do you after I'm done with Julia Butterfly. It's like all of these are reversed. Oh, okay. I do feel like he's trying to get your attention, and I don't think it's like he wants anything from you, but I think he just wants you to know that he's there. But let's see what this card has to say. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to explain to you the cards that you received, and then I'll tell you what I feel like they mean for you specifically combined. So you received card number 20 in reverse, and that's envy. The numbers on the card might mean something and they might not. You have card number 5, attachment in reverse. And victory, card number 28 in reverse also. So this person wants to say something to you. Envy reversed indicates that they don't have any hard feelings towards you or anything. I do feel like they just want to be seen overall. And then you have attachment number 5 in reverse. Since it is in reverse, that is likely saying that whatever feud or whatever issues that you have had with each other, they likely let it go already. And I feel like you have let it go, or you've been trying to let it go. And then you have victory in reverse as well. So this person wants to make a point to tell you something. I don't know what it is about. But it is something involving you two together. It's just that every time they get around you, for some reason, they kind of feel pressured or kind of scared or taken back when they're around your energy, so they don't open their mouths and say what they need to say. And this will be going on a little while longer because you have victory in reverse. So it's like you're not attached to each other. Whatever relationship you had, friends, romantic, whatever type of relationship it was close, but it's no longer that way. And it's going to kind of continue to be hindered for a while. But yeah, I don't feel like he just wants to say something to you. He doesn't want anything but to voice an opinion or something to you. And he just feels afraid to do so for some reason. So I hope that made sense. If you would like a reading from me at some point, you can contact my email address, or you can find me at My Tarot Advisor. It's a phone app for live chat, instant message. I am 2 credits per minute. And all new members there actually get 3 free minutes. But not everybody has the same rate. So depending on who you use, your time could be decreased. You're welcome. So there was somebody after it was Knox. Okay. Knox, are you still here? Okay. So I'm just going to scroll back up and see what your question was. Okay, so where your career is heading to. Trying to figure out what deck I want to use for that. So I think I am going to use tarot. It may be an oracle card. So I'm pulling from Miss Cleo's Tarot Power deck. It is a newer edition, and I have did an unboxing of this if you're interested. So first two cards are just some type of advertisement, so I'm moving those out the way. So my shuffling skills are kind of all over the place today. Now, oftentimes I do not use standard meanings. I go by what my intuition tells you for each person. So one card can mean something for you and a completely different thing for somebody else. And I do have a process when I shuffle. So just give me one moment. So if you're new, just leave a question and I'll get to you when I can. Okay, so Knox. Hey, Mom. If you have a question, specific question, you can leave it down and I'll get to it. So, Knox, you have received 5 of staves, and I do apologize if you cannot see that. And staves relates to the wands in tarot, and this is tarot, but some of the suits they've changed to different names in this deck. Okay. And for you, I feel like regarding your career, I feel like you are about to have to fight for a certain position. For a higher position than what you may already be in. Coming up. And then you have 4 of staves also. So you have 2 cards from the same suit. And this is a celebration card. But what I picked up on is that you and one other person will probably share this position. I'm seeing in winter months, so it could be November, December of this year, but it could also be like within the earlier part of 2019. I feel like, and it's possible that you're going to be trying to go for a new job where you'll be competing against multiple people for that position. But overall, I feel like this is within a current job that you are at right now. and I feel like you'll be moving up, but you will also be sharing the position with someone. So it's kind of like a promotion. I don't want to use that word, but yeah. Because see here, you're fighting with the five of staves, and then with four, you're coming together. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it looks like you're going to be finding a new job soon, and you'll be competing with others in that job to get that job. But it's possible that it's going to be between two people, and you're going to be one of those two people. But I feel like they're going to hire both of you. Now, this could be related to your freelancing, but I feel like this is about a job that you'll be looking for. In terms of freelancing, I feel like this is telling you to come up with some new ideas, because the ones you have now are very popular with other people, and people are always looking for something new. So for freelancing, that's what I feel like that means. But I also feel like you're going to be finding a new job or some type of position regarding something possibly that you like to do, or whatever it is that you're freelancing. It could possibly be about that as well, finding something within that community or within that area. And they're going to be going between two people. I feel like they'll hire you both, but overall, I do see you being in that position as well. So it could be online, it could be anything. But I really feel like this is a place where you go to work. Okay, so May Reed. So I'm going in the order that I see the questions posted. I hope that makes sense to you, Knox. Um, for a private reading, you can contact my email address and we can narrow down some things for you. Or you can visit me at my Tarot Advisor. Each new customer gets 3 free minutes. And my rate is 2 credits per minute. You're welcome. So I'm doing May Reed next, and she wants to know if Michael has feelings for her. And then I'm doing Ma after May, and then that Chick Nelly could be after Ma. But I do advise that your connections and your answers will be more stronger and more accurate if you are in the room presently. So do try to be patient, because when you leave, I'm more than likely going to be picking up on other people's energy. But if you're still in here, you'll have a stronger answer and something that'll resonate. So I got decks all over the place. So I do apologize if it takes me a moment. So May Reed, does Michael have feelings for you? Please let me know that you're still in here. Okay. Also, before I get started, if you are interested in a private reading or don't have time to wait for me to get to you here, contact my email address and book a reading with me. Okay, so May Reed. I will be using the Romance Angels deck for you by Doreen Virtue. And I may possibly use a different one. I want to to say this is somebody you asked me about before. I can't remember because I get so many clients with the name Michael or Mike. But I feel like so I dropped a card. Okay. Now, sometimes I can remember names and situations, but it's rare. If I do remember it, it's because it stuck with me for a particular reason. Okay. And I do check my email daily, so you'll likely always get an answer within a short amount of time. So, okay. So does Michael have feelings for May? Okay. Huh. I saw that card come up. That is why I made that face. Oftentimes I get images and words of cards before I even flip them over. And that is called a golden connection. So I'm going to go over all the cards that you have received and then tell you what they mean for you specifically combined. So the first one you get is soulmate. And it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Now, keep in mind, we do have multiple soulmates. So even though this person may be your soulmate, it may not be the one that you're meant to be with. You also have keeping an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And this, I feel like it means that while he is your soulmate, like I was just saying a minute ago, that this one isn't the one in particular that you're meant to be with. This soulmate is definitely here for a lesson and not to be with you long term. So you have pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. This is the one that I saw. So I see feelings there, but they're not very strong. So there's some things you have already seen around this person's energy that is making you second guess. And I do feel like those are signs you should pay attention to. Yes, Hera, for one specific question, just leave it down and I'll get to it when I can. However, if you want more clarity and more in depth, I do take donations for those, but I am offering a one free question. So yes, it's free. You just send a donation if you want more details. No problem. So yeah, I do see feelings, but so Hera, please leave me his initial or name so I can connect more accurately. Because when you say, does he miss me? Does she miss me? Are we gonna get back together? Spirit may be telling me that instead of the person you really wanted, they could be telling you you're getting back together with a different ex than the one that you actually wanted. Because some of us have multiple exes. And they're going to say, someone's going to ask me, will I get back together with my ex? And because you didn't specify which one, they're just giving you a general answer. In general, yes, you will get back with your ex, but may not be talking about the one that you wanted to know in particular. So you do have to try to give names. And that's probably for any reader. So do take that into account. Just like when somebody includes a zodiac sign in their question, does my Virgo lover miss me? For all we know, initials are fine. But what I'm saying is that you're asking about something that you could have multiple of. Like, does he miss me? Spirit may not always know that you're talking about somebody that you're in love with. You could be talking about your brother or a friend, a father figure. So in that sense, names are necessary, but initials are fine. I'm just saying some type of indication of what person you want to know about specifically. You would need to try to give a name or initial. Okay, so May Reed, I'm still on you if you're in here. So I don't the last card you received, May, is financial constraints card number, I think it's 13. The number can mean something, but it may not. This is, I feel like you might work with this person, and that's why a money card came up. I don't know if they've asked you for anything. But yeah, there are some red flags around that you need to pay more attention to. While I do feel like he is one of your soulmates and there are feelings there that are just not as strong as you would like them to be. Okay. So if you don't work together, it could be, has he ever asked you for anything? If not, then he's possibly just going through something financial. Okay. So finances looks to be where he is struggling. That probably has nothing to do with your question. It's just something in his energy. So he is having some financial issues. But as far as your question goes, I do feel like there are feelings there. They're just not as strong as they need to be. And there are some red flags you kind of need to really actually pay attention to and not ignore. Because I feel like you already see some, but you're ignoring them. Okay, so May, I'm going to go ahead and get off of you. Okay, well, you definitely need to pay attention to those. Yeah, I'm going to try to pull off that energy because that energy is making me feel really weird. Just know that he is having some financial issues as well. So, because if he never asked you or you don't work together, it is possible that he is going to ask you for some type of assistance. Not bad energy. It's just the situation. It's whatever is going on, whatever he's going through, I'm starting to feel it. So I'm going to pull off of that for a minute. Or I'm going to try to. So who is next? It was Ma. Ma, are you still here? For more clarity, send a donation or book a private with me sometime. Okay, so you wanted to know if there was somebody that secretly liked you. So, Ma, do give me a moment. I'm still trying to pull off of May and Michael here. So, I wouldn't say it's bad energy, May, but I'm feeling pretty weird. And this is definitely something you want to discuss with a reader privately. Doesn't have to be me, but I don't like the way that felt. Okay, so Ma, so if somebody secretly likes you, so do you mean just secretly likes you in general, as in, is there somebody, just anybody that likes you, or do you have a specific person in mind? Um, okay. So if you're not comfortable giving his name, you can just give an initial. I can connect that way as well. In May, honey, if you're still in here, he's Michael is up to something financially. Okay. Um, I'm gonna try to pull off, but when you're in a chat session like this, it's possible for me to pick up on different energies at once. Um, so May Michael is financially. I don't. I feel like he's up to something. Not like he's going to rob a bank or anything, but I feel like financially he's getting his money in a dishonest way. I don't know if he's selling drugs or anything like that, but I do feel like it's something either not legal or something that he shouldn't be doing because I feel it. Mm, yeah. Okay. Um, maybe. I mean, I can't. I'm not well. Sorry, I'm kind of tired, but I'm not just tired as in I need to sleep or anything. Um, when I pick up on somebody's energy very heavily, I start looking like I feel wore out. So that's what that is. And Mike, this guy that May asked about is mm, something's not right. It's financially. It's like he's doing something maybe he shouldn't be doing for his money. I can't. I'm not exactly sure what that is at this time, but okay. So it was Ma. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Ma. I got kind of mixed up here. It's okay. It's not yours, and even if it was, it's nothing for you to apologize for. So it's fine. Being a psychic and a reader, that's going to happen to me whether I want it to or not. So Um, yeah. Okay. So Ma, back to you. If a guy likes you, um, or if somebody in general. Um, so that is my annoying smoke alarm that won't shut up. Um, Boyfriend called himself fixing that, and apparently he just made it worse. Uh, Thank you. I mean, I try to have clear energy, but I never know when that's going to happen. It just pops up. Um, I don't think it's something too much to be worried about, but it's just that he's getting his money in a way that he shouldn't be. And that can mean all kinds of things. He could be using a woman or something like that. Or, so while I'm on you, I'm shuffling for you. So don't leave me yet. Um, okay. All right. Uh-huh. Okay, Ma. So you have a very interesting spread here. I'm going to go over the cards you've received and then just tell you what they mean for you together combined. So the first one, Ma, is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So, yeah, I think we all do. I know I do. Um, so, like I was explaining in a previous video that I did right before this one, it was a live stream. And I was saying that sometimes, in order for a prediction to come to life and to come to pass, sometimes we have to work for it to come to us. We can't just expect, oh, a reader told me that I'm going to get money tomorrow or come into an increase in pay at my job. Well, sometimes we have to do the work for those to come true. It can happen instantly, but predictions, um, sometimes they don't come to pass because we're not working for them. So um, I do feel like it's up to you to meet somebody. Now, I don't, yeah. So like if that seems to happen, where a reader tells you something and it doesn't happen, it's not because they were inaccurate. It's because you didn't go out and work for it and you didn't get it. Um, so do take that into account for any reader. But I feel like with you, does somebody like you in general? Um, I'm not getting that they do momentarily, but it's like if you were to go up to a certain person that maybe you have your eye on and just talk to them and say, hey, do you want to go out and have a drink, or do you want to go with me to a party, or do you want to meet somewhere or something like that? I do feel like that's how it's going to happen for you, as far as somebody liking you. So it's not that nobody likes you, it's just that you don't trust yourself enough to go up to somebody and ask somebody out, because these people might actually find you adorable. Um, but hey, I feel like if you go up to somebody, and I know it's hard. I know. Very soon, when you take that action, you're gonna find that somebody likes you back, whoever it is. So yeah. Yeah, I know it's hard. I've been with the guy for almost 8 years and I still suck at flirting with him. So, and asking him out and taking him places. So, I understand. So, yeah, for you, I feel like it's a go out and get it type of thing. You're welcome. So I do respond to my emails pretty much the same day you send them. I check my email pretty much all day around the clock. So you'll probably get a pretty fast response. Um, Here you can we can talk about different services and things like that. Um, so Hera, you were next, and I don't know what you asked. So if you remember, please leave it down, or I can scroll up. Oh, you asked if somebody misses you. Okay. And his initials were, I think you said AD. So again, when you ask questions like that, you do need to be specific about what person you are wanting to know. Yeah, I'm sorry. That chick Nelly, I don't have the list of people. I just have the number of people here. It doesn't show me the names. Um, so Hera, if it's okay, let me go ahead and get that chick Nelly. Um, okay. I'm just scrolling up to see what it was you asked because I don't been on several different people. Um, oh, what Chris' intentions were with you. So when you say were, um, do you mean the way that what's going on now with his intentions? Because were is past tense. So you want to know what they are now? Oh, okay. What they were in the past. Okay. That's another thing. When you're going to a reader, the level of accuracy can depend on use also, not just the reader. You have to kind of clarify your questions sometimes and make sure that there are no errors because that can depend on what that kind of makes up your answer. Intentions. Okay. So I'm going to do the romance angels for you, and then I may pull an energy oracle card. What his intentions were in the past. Okay. 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 Hmm. Okay, so the first three cards, I'm going to go over what you received with that, and then I'll tell you what I feel it means for you specifically. So you have let your friends help you, ask and accept support from others. I feel like this you not speaking um, is from these retrograde energies mostly. A lot of people are starting to have relationship issues and communication issues. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And then you have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I'm getting the sense that before you two stopped talking, you either weren't really committed or exclusive, or you just weren't that close. As far as his intentions go, I do feel like he wanted to be close to you, and he did even want to marry you at one point. As far as intentions go in the past, he wanted to at least give you that level of commitment you wanted. So he wanted to give you that. Um, and I don't feel like he would have minded if you made certain moves first. Um, as far as let your friends help you, I kind of feel like you've let them help you too much. Um, speaking of the past, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and see if maybe you two will talk again. I feel like you will, but I feel October, November, but I'm gonna check and see if that's correct. It could be sooner, but I feel like it'll be a month or two from now. But yeah, he did want to give you that, and it's like he wouldn't have minded if you kind of took the lead a little bit. For whatever reason, he just didn't give it to you, but he wanted to. Okay. Mm, yeah, I think with this here, express your love again. I feel like it was him kind of waiting on you to say the word and make a move. He may have wouldn't have given it to you right away, but I feel like if you made some type of indicator that a direct indication that hey, I want to move to the next step with you, I feel like he would have given it some thought. But overall, I'm seeing he already wanted to give you that. He just didn't. And as far as, are you not speaking due to I feel like somebody else is involved with that. Is he seeing somebody or Okay. Yeah, because I get a third party. I just didn't know. I figured it was another woman. Um, that's likely why he didn't give you that commitment. But I feel like he wanted to. He's making himself believe he wants to be with this other person. Because I definitely feel like it's due to you. It's due to him being around somebody of female energy. So it's not that he wants to stop talking to you. I get that you two will talk again, but let me see. So when I count out the cards, that is just me spelling your name out. So you got opportunity cards. So yeah, you two will talk again. Um, I guess it's a lot sooner than I thought though, because I felt like it was October, November, and I don't want to get you too excited. And timing can change, so I'm gonna be honest about that. Um, come September, um, I feel like you and him will be talking again. You have in the near future. Yeah. I just don't want you to like I'm giving you good news, but I also try not to get people's hopes up because things can change for a variety of reasons. So um even if it doesn't happen in the near future, you two will be talking again. And I feel like you know that. So just kind of try to be patient because you will get the opportunity and this is more validation in the near future. Okay. Mhm. So I hope that that made sense and giving you some clarity. I do hope it made you smile. Don't jump out of your seat, but I do hope it gave you some type of clarity. Um, I can definitely look more into this for you. If you would like me to do it now, just send a donation, or if you want that just some other time whenever you're ready, you can book a reading with me and we can talk in my email. Okay, so Hera, I have not forgotten about you. You're welcome, Chick Nelly. I think I'm just now seeing that message. So, um, okay, so you asked if AD missed you or if he misses you now. I don't, well, I do go by fixed rates, but if you want a live chat, you can find me at the My Tarot Advisor app, and I am 2 credits per minute. If you just want a reading via email, that would depend on what service you want. Um, if you'll give me a moment, I can give you the link to my website. Um, mm, I'm just clearing that energy off. Sorry. Just give me one moment and I'll give you my website link. Okay. Now I do check my email quite often, every day actually. I'm checking the email. Some people, however, for some reason have a hard time navigating through my website. So you can just email me if you don't see anything that you or wanting, and I can help you. Again, I'm coming here. Just give me one moment. And then you can find me on the My Tarot Advisor app. We do not phone readings, text readings, photo readings, video readings, and we have a live chat feature. My live chat rate again is at this time 2 credits per minute. But I am thinking about raising it once I am able to. We have to work a certain amount of hours in order to raise our rates. So that's why mine is kind of low. And I may keep it the same. I don't know. But for now, it's 2 credits per minute. You'll recognize my face, so I really wouldn't even need to tell you the name. And it'll also have Gifted Soul Tarot readings at the bottom, but you'll likely recognize my face or my hair. And then you can also contact that email address. Okay. Hera. Does AD miss you? Does he have a truck, Hera? I want to say it's white. It may not be, but I feel like he has a truck. If it's not him, it's somebody he's acclimated with. I'm seeing a white truck in particular. If it's not a truck, it's a white vehicle of some kind. I don't think that's of any importance or anything. It's just that is something of his energy that I'm picking up. Sometimes I get different indications of, okay, so it could be either a white, gray, or silver vehicle. And if it's not that color, it's somebody he knows. Okay. I was just waiting for that smoke alarm to shut up if I pause. Okay. It's one of those. It was either white, silver, or gray. I don't think it matters or anything, but sometimes spirit will show me something and let me know that I'm connecting to somebody by showing me something that they own or something that they may have. Okay. Let me tap in. Does AD miss you? Does AD miss you? Does I feel like he does. I'm gonna check with my cards as well, but I feel like he does, but it's like he's gonna pretend like he doesn't. He's gonna pretend like here or who, something like that. But I feel like he does. Now, another reason why Spirit gave me his car is because possibly he's about to have some trouble with it. But it also could just be an indicator that I was picking up on his energy, not necessarily that anything's going to happen with the car or anything. But I do feel like possibly he's going to have some type of trouble with it, specifically tire related. But it's definitely something with that car. Yeah. Okay, so let me check. I don't know what that is for. Let me check and see. Yeah. I kind of figured that he's one of those types of people that would not admit it. They would rarely ever show it as well, but you'll get the feeling. With the car, I don't feel like it's anything too bad, but I mostly just picked up on that because it's just something that Spirit let me know. Okay, you are correctly tuning into his energy since you got picked up on that vehicle or whatever. So I will say that it has some nice energies in my room today. I don't know why I called it a room because it's YouTube, but um, okay. So if you're new and have a specific question, just leave it down and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Okay. Ooh, change the direction. Okay, so the first three cards, what I'm going to do is just tell you what they are and then tell you what they mean for you specifically. I think one of these cards answers your question though. So you have it's up to you, and I feel like again, this is one of those types of cards where you already know the answer, and you said that you felt like he does. So yes, he does miss you, and I already said that. Just go with what you feel, like, where you're feeling. You have in the near future, and then choose a new direction. Choosing a new direction not doesn't necessarily mean to move on. What it is saying for some people is to just take a new approach to something. You may have tried everything else, but there's one thing maybe you haven't tried yet to get this person's attention. Um, so just come up with a new idea, choose something new, go a different route. Um, in the near future. So you say you don't know whether you'll meet again. I'm only answering one question, but this card pretty much answered it, and you're going to meet again. I do not see when at this time, but it is in the near future. And the near future for me is probably for most people around 2 to 3 months, and it could be weeks. But if not, it is definitely within the month time frame. But I do feel like you'll meet again. And again, I do feel like he misses you. It is just that um, he's too proud to admit it. You're welcome. So if you want to book a private with me, contact my email address at some point if you'd like, whenever you're ready. Or visit my website or find me on the My Tarot Advisor app. For live chat there, I am 2 credits per minute. And you'll recognize my face. You shouldn't have any problem finding me there. Okay. Sure. Now, again, I do check my email address daily. I'm usually logged on a few hours a day. Um, Give me a moment and I will send you the link, my PayPal me link. Keisha, give me a moment and I'll be right with you with your answer. Now, Keisha, I do want to ask you this question before I answer that. Do you really want to know the answer to that? Because a lot of people ask these questions and then they're like, dang, I really didn't want to know that, but I asked. So are you sure? I do have Cash App as well. PayPal, Cash App, either one is fine. Uh, it's it. I have the links. Okay, I have the links in my all of my videos. You can find them there, but I'm just give me one moment and I'll send them to you here. Um, Jesus. When you send a donation, you do get a free Oracle card message. It is general, but yeah, I do give you something for a donation. It's usually a general Oracle card message, and it's likely to answer whatever question you have. Um, so what I'm gonna do instead of sending you two separate links, that Chick Nelly, what I'll do is just send you the link to where you can find both of those links. It could be under new services, or let me just do it like this so I can save you some time, because I'll be with you in a moment, Keisha. So that's PayPal. You can send to whatever you want, doesn't matter. And this is Cash App. You have to be careful with Cash App though, because Cash App, for some reason, they consider some payments to be fraudulent. So as soon as you send it, they might take it back, and then they'll refund you in a few days. I don't know what that's about, because it's done that to a few people trying to send me money there. So PayPal might be the best option, but it's up to you. For if you visit that link, it should take you to a page where you can send a payment. That is my PayPal Me link. It should send you directly to send me a payment. But if not, if it doesn't, just contact me at my email address and I'll send you the links that way. But it should send to you. Okay, so Keisha, are you still here? I do apologize for that. Okay, so you want to know if your ex, did you say Aaron? I'm asking again because I swear somebody else asked me about a name like that. Okay, so is your ex Aaron in a relationship? I'm gonna tap in without my cards first. Let's see what I get. I feel like you might be still involved with him. If not, you just recently broke up. Like not recently, but it hasn't been that long ago. So either you're still involved with him or you just broke up not that long ago. Because I feel a fresh energy with that. So is he in a relationship? Is Aaron in a relationship? Is Aaron in a relationship? Is Aaron in a relationship? Okay. I mean, that could still classify as fresh if you think it is, but for me, soon or a few months, it's very fresh for me. It may not be for other people, but I consider that as fresh. It kind of feel like it's just happened yesterday, even though it's been a long time ago. Because every day you wake up and feel like it was just yesterday. But time done went by so fast. know. So yeah, I don't feel like a few months is that long ago. Okay, let me see. So I'm just spelling out your username. Okay. Yeah, that seems. Yeah, that could be considered as fresh. I think. So right away, before I pull up the cards, I'm like, he's thinking about moving along in a different direction with somebody new, but he hasn't did it yet. But he's ready for. He feels like he's ready for it. He just doesn't know how to jump in there. Um, So I'm going to go over the cards you received first and then tell you what they mean for you combined. So you have you're ready, and I feel like that's him. He's ready to move on, but he hasn't yet. He's just ready to, and he doesn't know how. You have the no card. So no, he's not with anybody else. I felt that right away, but I do feel like he wants to try to get back out there. And then you have remain positive. Um, like I've said probably a million times, our attitudes and the way we think makes up our outcomes. So I feel like if you're wanting his energy back in your life, that will happen, but you've got to change the way you think and you got to get out of your head. Um, give me a minute and I can see if there is a future for you and him briefly. Hmm. So when is your birthday, if I may ask? I don't connect with zodiac signs and birth dates, but I'm asking that for a completely different reason. Yours and his, if you don't mind. Mm, yeah, that's understandable. Mm, so I don't know what happened in March, but I'm getting March for you for some reason. Um, when is your birthday and when is his? You can just give me the month. It doesn't have to be the year or anything. See, I wanted to say January, but it was like I didn't want to say that because my birthday is in January. So I felt like maybe I was picking up on my own energy because we can do that. So you're January and he's May. Did anything in particular happen with you and him in March? Or is it a special date or something? March. Mm. Getting something with March. I don't know what it is though. It could be a birthday. If it's not, then mm, okay. So this is like a off and on type of thing. Okay. Where's March coming in at? Um, it's a million different reasons why I could be picking that up. I don't know at this moment. Mm, okay. Okay. So no, I don't feel like he's with anybody right now. But it's like he's ready. He just doesn't know how to jump back in there. Ooh. Okay. So I did pull quite a few more cards for you. I'm just going to go over them briefly. So you have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Trust, the situation is calling for you to have faith. And that's also with the remain positive card you had. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. You deserve love. You are lovable. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. What I'm saying is that he wants to try to get back out there. It doesn't necessarily mean with somebody different. It could be somebody different, but it could also be pertaining to you. Because I feel like the reason he hasn't gotten back out there is because not only does he not know how to, it's because he's kind of waiting around to see if he might want to touch bases with you again. So it's not that he's moving on, that he's moved on from you. It's just that he wants to move forward, and it could be with you, not necessarily another person. I feel like he would like to reconnect with you, but he's kind of caught up with some things. Finances, career is taking up most of his attention. I feel like when he gets himself together, he'll come back and reconnect with you somehow. Now, I don't see a time frame at this time, but I do feel like you'll reconnect. You just gotta, again, change the way you think, get out of your head. You did mention you have trust issues, which you did later on get the trust card. So, kind of trust in the situation and trust that the separation is only temporary. So yeah. It's like when you want to move forward from somebody, even though you want to, for some reason you can't. That's what I'm saying. You're welcome. So if you want a more in-depth reading or would like to book with me at some point, you can contact my email address or find me on the My Tarot Advisor app. We do video readings, text readings, photo readings, and live chat. For live chat, I am 2 credits per minute. And let me give you the link to my website. Okay. So I think you're the only one in here now. I think in about 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. Because it's about to be on 2 hours. If you have any general questions about my gifts or anything, you can ask away. No problem. Or if you would like to know how I work, when I discovered my gift, I'll be happy to answer. Let me grab those links for you. A donation For donations, I do give general oracle card messages. If you rather I give it to you live, I can, or you can just receive it via email. Let me get my link. Or for our donation, since I'm doing the live, you can ask another question. So that's PayPal. If you want to send it to Cash App, that's Cash App. Either or is fine. But again, with Cash App, you kind of have to be careful because they do consider some payments to be fraudulent. But in that instance, they do refund you the money back in a few days. Okay, either one is fine. So do you want a question here, or do you want just a general message via email? Because since I'm doing the live now, I can go ahead and give you your general message. Or if you just want a question, you can do a question. But generally for the donations, I usually just give a general message. But since I'm on live stream at the moment, if you have a question, I can look into another question. Okay. So that depends on how you phrase the question. Like if you say, will I get pregnant, or what are the chances of me becoming pregnant, I can do that. But if you're asking me if you're pregnant currently, I won't answer that. But like for like future purposes, like if you're wondering if you're going to be expecting, or will you ever have kids, will you ever have any more kids, will I have a kid this year, I can answer that. But just asking me like if you're currently pregnant, am I currently pregnant now? No, I won't answer that. It depends on how you phrase it. But yeah, I can answer pregnancy questions. I normally I'm very good with gender predictions. I've already predicted 2 correctly not long ago. Because actually not many people ask me that on my private practice anyway. But yeah, it depends on how you phrase it. And we do have free will, and I know people get tired of hearing that, but that is a big thing. Thank you. So do you have a question, or do you just want me to go ahead and do you a general message? But yeah, if you continue, like if people continue to have unprotected sex, obviously the chances increase for you to become pregnant. But yeah, so I'm gonna see what I come up with up here first. So I do intuitively read cards as well. It's not just me picking a card and telling you the standard meaning. I go by what I feel it means for you specifically. So the energy around you having a future pregnancy. I'm getting December. Now that may not be this year. Now, okay. So December could mean this is a good time for you to try for a baby, or this is the time where you will find out you did conceive, or this is going to be when the child is born. So this may not necessarily be when you have the kid, or when you find out you're pregnant. It can mean different things. But let me see. Okay. So I feel December, and again, this could just be a good time, when your body is, acting like it should act. This may just be a good time for you to try when you're most fertile, possibly. Also, there's different things in our diets we can change. So this is just an estimate and a possibility. December. Will Keisha have kids? Okay. Now I can tell you some things to help increase your chances. I've never been pregnant, but I do know a lot about it. So usually I have found that when you don't think about it a lot, and I know it's hard, that those are the times where we usually end up where we might fall pregnant, when we're not thinking about it or constantly obsessing about it. And there's also a herb. It's called ashwagandha. Don't know how to spell it, but there are plenty of videos about it. Ashwagandha, I think it's some type of Chinese, or it's something in that field. It's a herb, and it does give you a lot of nutrients and the vitamins you need to help with your fertility. So that might work. Being sexually active, more regularly, will help as well. Also, it can fall on the partner as well. Sometimes spirit doesn't allow us to get pregnant by certain people because that's God's way of telling us we're not supposed to have a kid with them. So that might be why it's not happening. And there are certain things that he may need to stop doing, stop eating, to, put his sperm levels where they're supposed to be. Limit alcohol intake, limit your smoking, So they get more information card. If you can't see this, it is getting a little bit dark outside, so that's why things are getting darker. And like a dummy, I left my light off. But this is the get more information card, and I feel like this is you needing to get more information about your health and where everything is going with that. I feel like you are okay to have a kid, but and you can have kids, and I feel like you will, but there's still little bitty things you can do to help make it happen faster. So Spirit wants you to go talk to a professional healthcare physician, OBGYN, just to go get yourself checked. So bring an expert into it. You also got not the right time. And as I was saying a while ago, sometimes spirit holds off on us getting pregnant because it's just not the right person or the right time for you. So I feel like for you at this time, it's just not the right time. And plus you're not speaking, so I'm assuming you're not having sex either. So yeah. And funny that you should say that because the very last one you have, if you can see that, is improving health. So yeah, but yeah, this is pretty clear. So this was the last one you got. I do feel like you'll have kids, but you do kind of need to get some stuff with your health in order. You do need to talk to a doctor. Not saying that there's anything bad that's keeping you from having kids, but they can give you more information on that. Um, right now, it's just not the right time in improving health. So um, I got December, but I feel like body wise, December may be the best time to try. Now, I don't. Again, I do feel like that guy will reach out, but I didn't see a time frame for that at the moment, so I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be. Um, so yeah, and that could be what that was about. You working on your health. If not working on it currently, um, something's going to get better within your health. So yeah, it's amazing how these cards can say what you're thinking. But I got the month December, so that could be when he comes back into your life, or when maybe you and him start being sexually active together again. If not, this is when a baby will be born from you. So, or you'll find out you're pregnant at this time. Now, it may not be 2018, but it is definitely the month of December. So I hope that that helped. If you are new in here and you have a question, just let me know. It is free for one question. I do check my email address around the clock. So if you are interested in any of my services or even just want to drop by and say hi, you can contact me there. You're welcome. And I usually get back to emails the same day. Hmm. So if you have a question, please leave one below. Hello. Do you have a question? I'm trying to make sure I say your name correctly. Is it Martin or I don't know? Yeah, I don't want to butcher your name. It is very dark now outside, so that's why you might not see me clearly or the cards. And I left my light off, so if you have a question, a specific question I can look into, I will definitely do that. If not, and you just want to hang out and talk and ask about my gifts, you can do both. Yeah, I know. The maintenance people, they're supposed to come by and fix it because I don't think it's just the battery. Um, yeah, I know it definitely needs to be fixed. Now, I have called them, but they take their time with everything. So, and when my partner was here recently, I don't know what he did, but he called himself trying to fix it. And obviously, he didn't fix it. So does God exist? Now, to some people he doesn't, but to me he does. I know I do readings and I know I'm gifted, but I do feel like God has his chosen few. If you're asking me, do I personally believe in God, Jesus Christ, the one who died for us? Yes, I do. I am a Christian reader. But I don't have a problem reading for those who aren't believers. To me, he does exist. I've always believed that growing up, and I still do. So you can't really find solid evidence on it. And to be honest, you're not going to. It's just what you believe or you don't. Because you're not going to find one solid piece of information. And I want to let a lot of people know that. But and I'm not a preacher or a Bible thrasher or anything like that. But I do personally believe in God. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I could even consider myself a preacher's kid, but um, my dad is now a deacon, so it's the next thing to the pastor. And yeah, they do know about me and my gifts and the cards. I am I'm a Christian, but I'm not believing any. Okay, so I don't really need a card to tell you that. This is really just a general answer because there are different reasons why we may not believe anymore. And it's not that you don't believe anymore, you're just having doubts. And it could be because you're going through certain things and it seems like things may not be getting any better for you. So it's not that God doesn't exist to me. It's just that um, sometimes there's things we have to go through to be taught lessons. God is here for us, yes, but he's not here to control every little thing we do. We do have free will. We do have the power to change certain things. Um, so we can pray to him, but while we can rely on God to help us, we do still need to take it upon ourselves to help ourselves and get things done. And God will help us through it, but he's not always going to do everything for you. But I feel like, me personally, I feel like he does exist. As far as why you don't believe, I don't know, but I for most people, it's um, they're having a hard time, or maybe there's just certain stuff that doesn't make sense. Um, Other people are getting what they want, and then you might be having a harder time in that area than they are. Um, but the so yeah, I don't think it matters the age, but sometimes um, we have doubts. Even the strongest of, I wouldn't say Christians, even or the strongest, even the most holiest people have doubts. It's okay to have doubts, and it doesn't mean you don't believe in him anymore. It just means you're going through a period of time where you're struggling and you just don't feel like he's there. But he's there to me. I don't know about you, but I feel like he is there. Mm. So, mm, so do you have a partner? I'm seeing a marriage around you, and it may not be you. It could be somebody around you. Mm. Also, marriage is a symbol for just getting closer with somebody. So, yeah, that's true. I was just thinking about something like that regarding myself because Um, I have certain issues, physically and health wise, and it seems like those are the ones that I wouldn't say are blessed beyond measure. Um, they're blessed in a certain way that others might not be, because where I lack physically, um, I feel like my gift makes up for that. And a lot of sick people, a lot of people with physical problems, those are the ones that you are most likely to find that are gifted. If you're asking generally if I can read your future and I don't know you personally, um, depends on a variety of factors. But what I'm doing here is specific questions at this time. So if you have something specific, more specific, I can go into that for now. But yes, if you're asking if I can read for people that I don't know, yes, I can. Now, obviously, as a reader, we're not able to connect to everybody. We won't be able to. And in that event, I would tell you if I don't feel like I can connect to you. Um, what are you wanting to know about your confidence? Are you wanting to know how you can boost it up, or okay? Um, so give me a moment. I have dropped some cards earlier. So I'm just gonna get a card for you on that. Now I don't have to use these, but I use them anyway. Um, yeah, I am Christian, so, and there's actually more Christian readers out there than you think. And the tools are not, they don't make you evil. It depends on how you're using them. And I don't use them for demonic reasons. Because a lot of people are actually surprised to see a Christian, um, not a Christian psychic, but a Christian psychic who uses cards. Um, Now, is that because of a woman energy, not necessarily a love relationship, but just like maybe your mom or your grandma or something? Because I feel like it's about a woman energy for you, which is why I asked you if you were married, and you may not be, but that's also a symbol um, for marriage and engagement is a symbol for my spirit guides. It's saying that you're closer to somebody or was going to get close with somebody, not necessarily marrying anybody and not necessarily your a love relationship. But yeah. Okay, so magician in the mirror. So you okay. Well, yeah, I felt something like that pretty strong. That's why I asked if you were possibly married, but maybe you were just extremely close with her. Um, but for my spirit guides, marriage can sometimes mean just somebody that you were really close to, not necessarily marriage. So you have, I can't read them reverse sometimes. Magician in the mirror, number 53, or yeah, 53 in reverse. And this is about finding new ways and new possibilities to gain what it is that you're wanting, taking a new approach, doing some self reflection, um, doing things that make your possibilities stronger, as if you're using a magic wand, pretty much. Um, I feel like for you, you need to do a lot of soul searching, a lot of self reflection, because I feel like you also self doubt yourself a lot. Um, and again, as I probably said a million times in this live stream, um, our the way we think can be make up our outcomes. So you may have to change the way that you think or the way that you operate to get what you are wanting. So I'm going to pull one more card for you, and that is from the Romance Angels Oracle deck. I'm going to see what energy is around you and the ex, because I did get a female energy around you very strongly. It's getting dark. I don't know why I didn't turn my light on when I started this. I could try. I think I'm probably not going to be here that much longer anyway, because I'm on here now 2 hours and 18 minutes. So it's time. It's time for me to clear my energy and hop off soon. Um, so you receive chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So you are very close with her. Oops. But it is perhaps time to let go. And I know it's hard for you to do. You get free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So again, this female energy is what's keeping you stuck in the same position. So yeah, I do feel like you need, and I know it's hard, but I do feel like you kind of need to let it go and kind of move forward. And one more card. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. You're still holding on to this person. That's the main thing I was getting. You holding on to some type of female energy, whether it was a family member or whatever. Um. So, well, there are different ways, but it's not what may work for me and other people may not work for you. But um, is there something that in particular you like to do, or um, maybe you just need closure? But unfortunately, we don't always get that directly. Um, so your closure may be found through something different and not through this person directly. Um, I feel like if you could get that, then you'll be well on your way to letting this go. Um, as far as how, There are different things you can do. Um, mm, Perhaps getting involved in some new energy, not necessarily dating or asking somebody out or anything, but just focusing on a different relationship, meaning focusing with relationship with parents, friends, nieces, nephews, things like that, siblings. Just focusing on those relationship and harmonizing those will maybe get you out of the rut that you are in, worrying about this ex. Because I do see that you do need to kind of let it go, and you did get that free yourself card. So well, that's another thing as a Christian, and even not as a Christian, you don't want to wish that on somebody. Even if they did do something to you, because you know what you do when you're wishing something upon somebody else, you're going to get that karma. So, yeah. Yeah. You're just going to have to um, focus. I feel like if you focus on different relationships like friends and family and that sort of thing, maybe coworkers or something like that, I feel like you'll kind of start to forget about not her completely, but you'll get to where you're thinking about her less and less and less. Um, because I do feel like you really do need to try to let it go, and I know that's hard. I've been there. Um, it just takes some of us time, and that's okay. So, so in about 8 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. That is just information to get a reading with me privately. Um, if you're ever interested, I am very, very, very affordable. But yeah, I feel like if you were to focus on different energies, then um, it'll be easier for you to let go. But yeah, don't wish that on her because it's just gonna keep coming onto you, and then it's gonna be even harder for you to cut the cords. Trust me, I understand. But in just when you start to give up, something happens. So it's kind of like perseverance is pretty much my word of the month. That's just the way the universe works. And it's sad, but that's just the way it works. But you get why if you wish that on somebody, why, even though they may have already did something to you, you have to wish that person as much love and light as possible, because when you wish them turmoil, it's not only going to get them eventually, it's only going to come on you even harder. So just pray for that person and wish them the best. That's the best that you can do for yourself, is wish them the best. They will get their karma in due time. It takes forever for somebody to feel the repercussions of something that they've done to somebody, but trust me, karma is real, and that's why you don't want to wish anything bad upon them, even though they may have already done something to you that hurt you. But for your own protection, do not wish the same thing on them, because it's just going to keep coming on to you. I ask myself the same thing. How am I getting karma when he's the one that did this and said this to me and hurt me? But me wishing bad on him, which I didn't do, but let's say if I did, I wouldn't be where I am today. A lot of people don't deserve to be happy, but unfortunately they are. And she may not be as happy as you think she is. So she probably already has her karma. It's just in a way where you're not able to see, or she's not able to see. It's not in her eye just yet, but it's there. Um, I want to say that I have some company outside. And in that case, I will probably have to end this live stream. Give me one moment to go see. Okay, so no company. I guess it was across the street, but um um I'll still be on here for another couple of minutes. I just went to go see if that was somebody at my door, but it's not. It's across the street. Somebody was blowing a horn, and it sounds like it's in my driveway. My parents normally do come over on Thursdays, but last week they didn't come, and they didn't come this week. So I'll still be on here for maybe about 5 more minutes, since I've been on here for a while. And then I might come back on tomorrow. So yeah. But yeah. And I could have turned the light on while I was up too. It sucks, I know. I know. I have been there 100 times, and it's not easy. But yeah, that energy is on you real heavy. Um, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you'll be able to do it. As long as you know you need to get let go of her, in the situation or whatever she did to you, as long as you know, even if you're not letting it go, as long as you knowing is the biggest step you can make, as long as you know it's time. So you are making progress. It's like they say with alcoholics and drug addicts, somebody that's addicted to something. This is pretty much the same thing. As long as you know that you need help, that's the biggest progress and the biggest step you can make. Yeah. Me being angry at somebody or you being angry at somebody and holding a grudge, you do have to realize that that doesn't stop them from living their life. So don't let it stop you because they don't care. Not right now, anyway. Now I did years ago. When I was a little bit younger, I was pretty fluent in Spanish, but I know bits and pieces now. Because I had Hispanic friends, and that's all they would do is talk in Spanish. And then we had to take mm, I'm sorry. It looks like Spanish to me, but yeah, Spanish I was fluent in. I'm not anymore, but I was. As far as French goes, I think I've heard that, but I don't know what it is. French, Spanish, sis, that looks like Spanish too. So, but what does it mean though? Oh, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. Mhm. So if you haven't and you'd like to, you can subscribe and hit the little bell. That way you can be notified when I'm on live. Um, if you want to, it's just an easier way for you to find me. Because I know some people that are in here or that came in here weren't subscribers, which is fine. Being subscribed just helps you find me easier. Mhm. Life. Yeah, the same. If everybody was the same, life would be boring. Well, it is boring for some of us most of the time anyway, but not everybody's meant to be the same. Unfortunately, not everybody can get what they want. It's hard. But yeah, it's perfectly normal and fine, and even God understands it. If you're having doubts about Him, we all do. Um, Even though we believe in Him, we all have our doubts sometimes. Yeah, and you very well could reconnect, but in the meantime, do for you, worry about you, and focus on other things. Just continue. Just wish her the best. That goes for anybody that you might be having some trouble with. Mm. I wouldn't say that. Your blessing may be in disguise. Like this girl not being in your life anymore could very well mean um, a blessing. Yeah. That's why a lot of people don't believe because they assume that why would God let kids starve or why would he let people who die who shouldn't even die? Why would he let innocent people die? Why would innocent people in jail be locked up? That's why a lot of people don't believe, but we do have free will and life is not meant to be perfect. And that's one of the things God wants to show us because he did sacrifice his life and went through a lot of pain as well, even though he was a gifted person. So we have to realize that too. Because it wasn't fair to him to have to sacrifice his life. He did that for us, for all of us. So I get what you're saying. You feel like he can stop certain things from happening and stop bad stuff from happening, but yet he doesn't. And there's a reason for that, though. But I get what you're saying. There is definitely a reason. He's not taking things away from us. Yeah, that's true, but then we wouldn't learn anything. We would just expect for everything to get handed to us. That's why a lot of people don't believe because they feel like they pray and they should get something automatically because it says God will do this for you. But he could make things equal. But if he did that, we wouldn't learn anything. He's here to help guide us. Yeah, there's got to be some diversity because, I mean, life is supposed to be, it can be full of happiness, but it is supposed to be one big lesson. So sometimes we have to feel pain, we have to be hurt. He died for us to give us a chance to live, to see what it's like to live life. And sometimes life can bring us pain and can break hearts and can make us feel like the world is ending. Sometimes that's what life is. And we have to be taught that. Not everything can be fair. It should be. It really should be. But there's a reason why it isn't. And we won't learn anything if everything was equal. Now, as far as like racism and stuff goes, if that's what you're talking about, um, God tried his best to make everything equal, but it's up to us and our actions and our free will. I don't think God wanted racism. I don't think he wanted for us to be like this toward one another, but he did give us free will. And we can choose some of the time to think the way we want to think. And sometimes people can act like savages for no good reason. So, but I get what you are saying. It should be equal, but it's just not going to be for a various amount of reasons. And it's a good thing that not everything is perfect. I think I get what you're saying. I'm just not comprehending it in the way you're wanting me to comprehend it. I think because I see what you're saying. It's a lot of things that can be changed through God, and He didn't step in. Is that what you're saying? Because I see exactly what you're saying. I'm just not sure how I'm not pointing it out correctly. Okay. I don't know if you can still see me when I'm on a different tab, but if you can't, it's I'm doing something. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Um, because it's going on almost 3 hours. Mm, I might be on here tomorrow earlier in the morning with another live stream. Um, yeah, I probably won't be sleeping anytime soon though, but I'll try. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm on. Go ahead and get off. I did leave my email address and stuff in here. Um, if you wanted to talk or order a reading or anything, you can contact me there. Here it is 6:14 p.m., but I'm a night owl lately, so I won't be sleeping anytime soon, likely. And I have like a handful of readings I need to be doing. So after this, I might try to take a nap and then do that. I don't know. But yeah, take care. I'm going to go ahead and end it and talk to you another time, hopefully. You're welcome.